What's up, everybody, and welcome to Dad Got This. This is a redo of my most popular recipe video I've ever made. Unfortunately, it was when I wasn't very good at making videos. Honestly, it looks like a hostage situation where a hostage was made to make rice. So I figured I would do a new video on how to make jasmine rice in the Instant Pot with a little bit better production quality. Let's get into it. Take your inner pot. If you have your little cup that came with your Instant Pot, great. If you don't worry about it. We'll get to that later. We are going to use 2 of these. The little cup that came with my Instant Pot is a 3/4 cup. You're putting 2 of these in, so you're putting in 1.5 cups of rice. I have my little actual measuring cup here. Comes out to be 1.5 cups. Let me show you. See that? You have 1.5 cups of dry rice into your Instant Pot. For water, I use 2 of these plus 1/4. That is 1 3/4 cup of water. One 3/4 cup water. I'm not gonna pour this water directly into the Instant Pot. First, I have to rinse my rice. We'll get into that later, the whole rinsing rice debacle, but rinse your rice. I do mine in the pot 3 times about until it comes out clear. You can rinse it using a strainer if you want. I don't use the strainer because that's just another thing to clean. I use the swirl technique. So I just run the water and swirl it. The water's running a lot clearer than it was. It doesn't have to be perfectly clear. And if there's a little water left over in there, don't worry about it. Into our Instant Pot, our water goes in. Now you're gonna wanna make sure that the rice is completely covered by the water and not like clumped up. I'll show you. So as you can see, the water is nicely, and I just do a little bit of my swirl action, and that levels out the rice. Back in the Instant Pot. Lid on. Now it's very important that you have this toggle set to sealing. Many a times I have forgotten and put it to venting and walked away, and my Instant Pot did nothing the whole time I thought it was cooking. So always double check and make sure that you are set to sealing. The last step is to just hit the rice button. So simple. That's it. Wait for it to beep. It's gonna come up to pressure, calculate how much time it needs to cook, and that's it. Takes about 10 minutes for 2 cups of rice. This always takes 10 minutes. If you have questions about the rice button, hold on till the end of the video. We will get into that. When it's done cooking and it beeps, we're gonna immediately switch the toggle over to venting and release all the pressure. Once all the pressure is released, we're gonna be able to open this up and check out our rice. I'll see you guys in about, 15, 17 minutes. Remember, a 10-minute cook time is not 10 minutes on an Instant Pot. It still takes time for it to come up to pressure before cooking time starts. Keep that in mind. All right, see you guys in a few minutes. The Instant Pot has beeped, signaling that it's done. So now it is time to release the pressure. Under pressure. Dun, dun. Sorry, that was terrible. I'll never sing again. I apologize. Sounds like it's ready to go. Let me get you a look at the rice. That's it. That's how you make jasmine rice in the Instant Pot. Super easy. If my rice is a little bit too wet for you, back a little bit of water out or let it sit in the Instant Pot for a little while on keep warm with the lid off. It'll dry out pretty quickly. But for me and my family, this is perfect rice. Now that we went through the recipe and made the rice, let's go over a couple of the big questions that I've gotten on my other video about making rice in the Instant Pot and try and clear some things up for you. I made some notes. The biggest question probably is, what pressure are you using on your Instant Pot? Well, my Instant Pot is one of the oldest Instant Pots they made. It is one of the IP Lux 60s, I believe, and it's ancient. So old that it doesn't actually have pressure settings. This unit and all of the older units only pressure cook on high. That's it. There is no button to adjust pressure. None of these function buttons adjust the pressure. It only cooks on high pressure. 99.9% of the time, that's what most things are cooked on anyway. The quick way that you will be able to know that your Instant Pot cooks on high or low pressure is you're gonna wanna look for the pressure level button on your Instant Pot. If you have one, that means you can switch pressures. If you don't, you can't. So, what pressure do I cook the rice on? High. Second, I use the rice button. What does that do? Why are you using the rice button? According to the manual, these buttons adjust things and do stuff, but honestly, in my years of use, I have noticed no difference in using any of the buttons when cooking something. If you click the poultry button or the soup button or whatever, they all kind of do the same thing. Sorry, I just got distracted. There's a bird walking across my rear patio and it freaked me out. According to the manual, the rice button is a completely automatic function and it will adjust the time and everything depending on how much rice you put in the Instant Pot. I always pretty much make 2 cups and hit the rice button and it goes 10 minutes. It says that 10 minutes is about normal for 2 cups of rice. If you go up higher, it says it'll go to 12 minutes. I've never really noticed it changing the time, but apparently it senses how much is in there and adjusts the time. I've cooked rice using the manual button, just hitting manual, 10 minutes, boom, it makes rice. I have noticed no difference in doing that versus using the rice button. I just like to use the rice button because it feels like it's rice, and that's what it should be. Either you do or you don't. There are rice rinsers and there are non-rice rinsers. I'm a rice rinser. Rinse your rice. It's gonna remove the excess starch and it's gonna give you a better, fluffier, less clumpy rice. It's just the way that the Asian grandmas that told me how to make rice. They all rinse their rice. So you know what? Who am I to argue with the Asian grandma? I'm rinsing my rice. If you don't want to rinse your rice, don't rinse your rice. But you're probably gonna get clumpy rice, especially in the Instant Pot. I've been using this method for years and it makes perfect rice. I hope this answered all the questions you guys might have about making jasmine rice in the Instant Pot. Now, jasmine rice is different from basmati rice. I have a basmati rice video and the process varies a little bit because it's not the same kind of rice. Brown rice, different. For jasmine rice, this is the best way to make rice in Dad's opinion. If you enjoyed this video, think about giving it a thumbs up, maybe subscribing, and here's a new Instant Pot recipe that you might enjoy. As always, Dad doesn't do outros, so that's it. I think I need to stand here for 20 seconds so that the thing shows the correct timing. So I'm just gonna stand here for 20 seconds, and this is not an outro. I don't do outros. I told you, that's it.